Titanium. What you're looking at, reporting you live from Zen Garden, you guys. This is Zen Garden right here, right? You guys know this is, I just left this is right here. I just left the courthouse, y'all. Of course, this is Black Titanium. I'm reporting to you out here live from Zen Garden. Of course, I told you guys that according to the clerk, they were there yesterday. Zen Garden versus Schultz. Schultz asked for a dismissal. So right now their hands is tied because Zen Garden refused to dismiss the case. What we know about this case is that my soul brought these people to court knowing that his hands was not tied, right? He claimed that they didn't pay him his money that is due. Zen Garden counter suit saying that he did not complete the job. Also, Zen Garden had people saying that he was a really a nasty boss. That's what they say he was, a nasty boss, you guys. I'm standing right here before I get to this. I'm just gonna, boy, I forget you guys. Let's go over here. Do y'all see that pool over there? Hey, this is Black Titanium. What you're looking at, reporting you live from Zen Garden, you guys. This is Zen Garden right here, right? You guys know this is, I just left the, this is right here. I just left the courthouse, y'all. Of course, this is Black Tie. So here we see one, so they're always pretending like they building, this is the Fairfield project, like they building it from ground up. Season after season, they're posing. Now, they're on this site, right? Nobody got on hard hats. Nobody got on steel toast boot. Nobody is dressed for this. But let me just prove to you guys right here, he's telling you that he has never built anything. So, he says right there, let's go with right here. With this Best Western, I'm gonna start right here. What was that? The Best Western or is in Huntsville, Alabama. All right. That was a remodel or renovated. Yeah. Okay, but nothing from the ground up correct at all. All right. So any other hotels other than the remodel of the Best Western in Huntsville? Remodel. No, the answer is no, you guys. No other motel. He is not building the Fairfield, right? Let's get that straight. It's located in Madison, Alabama. This is the Fairfield where they standing up there like as if he is building the Fairfield. Fairfield is out there, supposed to be the Marriott. He said no. Has Scopes Industry constructed from the ground up any multi-building? No. And there's your answer, you guys. So remember, when they come out to you guys and they keep saying that they are building hotels and multi-residential area, it's all a lie. It's all made up. These people are the biggest liar on earth, and they're not good actors at all. Black Titanic live from on Tanglewood Drive and Zen Garden. Right now, this is Trinity explaining to everybody about when Marceau messed up the pavement and Zen Garden. He did a negligence job. Here you go.
So the apartment complex was involved in. Was that Rachel Bayer's lawsuit?
I gotta go back a little bit. Go back a little bit, you guys.
Payment, okay. Have any because even though I highlighted this, y'all, I gotta, in real time, be like, all right, that's not that important. Here's the red. Okay, here's the red. We're getting there. Here it goes. The question says, the attorney says, you mentioned another lawsuit the apartment complex was involved in. Was that Rachel Bayer's lawsuit? Vishal says, yes. The attorney says, has there been any other lawsuits connected with Zen Garden's apartment complex or Zen Gardens LLC? Here's the red. Here's one of the things to perk up our eyes and ears. Vishal says, not that we know of, but it's just worth to mention that the Rachel Breyer's lawsuit, since you asked and mentioned that it was related to a road accident where the construction of the pavement of the road was not done correctly. So it was related to the construction side of the project. The attorney said, who paved the road? Vishal said it was originally paved by Scope Industries and his subcontractor, TNC Contractor. He did not do a right job, and the striping and everything was off in my knowledge, and that's where this accident occurred. And we had to, he said, and they were not able to come back and rectify that, so we had to independently hire another company to help us repay that or rectify that error. The attorney says, do you know why the contractor wasn't able to come back? Raise your hand if you already know the answer. They said it was directly contracted with Skull Industries. It was not with Zen Gardens LLC, so he never came back. So maybe Skull Industries can answer it better, but this was my understanding. So here we go. The only other lawsuit they've had under this name is related to something that Skull Industries did.
Okay, so as you can see, I just showed you guys Zen Garden that you look at the pavement, it's in perfect position. It's looking good now, right? It's done correctly. But I just wanted to show you guys how he is not qualified. When he went over his education, he has nothing educationalized that would train him in building Scope's industry. He can't build anything. He has no training, you guys. He has no experience. He's not qualified. So he did go in there and deceive Scopes, deceive Zen Garden. Why you want to mess up a bag like that, Marceau? Shame on you. You really could have been a millionaire, but you went in there and deceived these people.
The question says, the attorney says, you mentioned another lawsuit the apartment complex was involved in. Was that Rachel Bayer's lawsuit? Vishal says, yes. The attorney says, has there been any other lawsuits connected with Zen Gardens apartment complex or Zen Gardens LLC? Here's the red. Here's one of the things to perk up our eyes and ears. Vishal says, not that we know of, but it's just worth to mention that the Rachel Breyer's lawsuit, since you asked and mentioned that it was related to a road accident where the construction of the pavement of the road was not done correctly. So it was related to the construction side of the project. The attorney said, who paved the road? Vishal said it was originally paved by Scope Industries and his subcontractor, TNC Contractor. He did not do a right job, and the striping and everything was off in my knowledge, and that's where this accident occurred. And we had to, he said, and they were not able to come back and rectify that, so we had to independently hire another company.
The lawyer backs back up and asks him about the 100 ribs. Did you build that from the ground up? And guess what? Nope.
Making fools of himself. Oh gosh. Okay. The attorney says that was Hunter Ridge. That's the next one down. What was that a build up from the ground project, or was it a renovation? Marceau says renovation. Attorney says renovation. That was 4 units. Yes. Hunter Ridge apartment was that the burned up apartment building? Yes. Okay. And that was a 12-unit building? Yes. And that was a tear down and build up, right? Marceau says yes. The attorney says, was any of it salvageable, or was it just flattened? Marceau says some of it was salvageable. Okay, Uptown Station, what is that? He says it's a retail shopping plaza. That was a property that your wife owned?
Okay, so I'm just trying to establish with you guys right here that this man right here has never built anything. Nothing. According to what he say, he has never built any of these things, you guys. So when they come to you, they up there talking about how they build motels and shopping center. Those are lies, you guys. Out of his mouth, he's telling y'all, no, he hasn't built anything ground up. Actually leaving Judge Herman Johnson courthouse where Zen Garden, they were here yesterday now, but what they did was ask for a motion to dismiss the charges. Okay, that's the plaintiff, which was scoped. They want the charge dismissed, but accordingly, they said since that's in motion that they can't do anything because Zen Garden had responded. They're not going to visit the other scan, y'all. This is the day that I went into court for Zen Garden and ran into another scam where Marceau trying to take this property from this elderly man, Mr. Smith. Decision, the property been cleared. About Mr. Smith was already on the stand. Marceau came in the courtroom almost an hour late, and Mr. Smith was on the stand. He come in there to represent himself, y'all. This man got an ego. He walked in the courtroom like the judge supposed to know who he was, like everybody supposed to know who he was. And then he told the judge he was representing himself. So the judge said, well then, that's Mr. Smith property then. The judge had told him, if you're going to represent yourself, then I already made my decision. The property been cleared. About Mr. Smith was already on stand giving his testimony. He was on stand. Y'all, they wouldn't let me videotape on the inside, but I did get a statement from Mr. Smith when we went downstairs. But Mr. Smith was already on stand. Mr. Smith said, well, look, I done had this property for 10 years. That's what Mr. Smith said. He said it was so nasty, and when I got it, he said the other two people that bought it before me, they said it was too much money. Okay, it was too much money to restore it. These people got it through taxes because they didn't pay their taxes on the land. So the first one did the same thing, the second one did the same thing, and then Mr. Smith, the now owner, he got it. He had to pay. He said he told the judge he had to pay over $8,000 in taxes. Right? We got to remember that's in 2014. He said he had to pay all them taxes. And then he said he done spent hundreds and thousands of dollars. He had to gut that house up. It was so nasty. The property was nasty. He said hundreds and thousands of dollars that he had to pay to get this property back in shape. Then he got Mr. Smith said on stand that he got tenants in there. And the same tenant been in there for 10 years now. And the tenants, so they can pay him back the money that he put into. Man, Marceau finally walked in there. Marceau gonna represent himself. He walking in there, kept staring at me, and I wouldn't look at him. I would not look at him. I kept my face straight up to the judge and on Mr. Smith, and I could see him looking at me out of the corner of my eye. Marceau stood in front of that judge, told that judge that was his property. And the judge said, no, we got evidence that this man had this property over 10 years and that you not even had property in 10 years and that there was 2 owners before this man. So he kept telling me, I got the paperwork. I got the paperwork right here. Yeah, he just had some paper in his hand. Then she said, well, hold it. If you're going to dispute this, we got 2 seasoned lawyers right there, right? We got 2 seasoned lawyers right there. Had lawyer ready. She said, I'm ready to wrap this up and throw this case out. Now I'm going to represent myself. She said, okay, well, then the case I already read. I already made my decision. It's Mr. Smith property. He got mad. No, it's my property. That's my property, he said. That's my property. He said, y'all didn't even serve me. She said, well, yeah, you were served, but it went to this address, certain address that it went to, and it shows that you did not pick it up. It came back. So she said, it's up to you to make sure that your address is correct. And then since you're going to represent yourself, it's Mr. Smith property. No. She said, well, do you want Mr. Tatum? Mr. Tatum was a lawyer. He had 2 lawyers in that courtroom. They can, they're a seasoned lawyer. We can have this. No, my brother is a lawyer, y'all. He said, he told that judge that his brother was a lawyer, that he gonna bring in Maurice. I bust out and started laughing, and the judge looked over at me and said, who is that? I started laughing in court. And Mr. Smith was on the stand. I had already been talking to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith said, that's a reporter right there. I'm like, good answer, Mr. Smith. That's what Mr. Smith told her. I was a reporter sitting in the courtroom. Okay, so then he got to asking the judge. He like telling the judge, here you go. You know, my soul always think he got this intelligent man. He got this intelligent gift. So he gonna try to use this psychological things on the judge. He gonna asking the judge, question the judge said, didn't I tell you that you need a lawyer? Now, if you want to stand up there and represent yourself, you can, but I already made my decision. That's Mr. Smith's problem. Then he kept saying, well, I'm going to bring my brother in here. I'm going to bring my brother here, talking about Maurice. So then a few minutes passed. Then he looked at the other lawyers and tried to ask the other lawyers something. He's standing up by himself like as if he's the lawyer. Now, y'all did the other 2 lawyers sitting down because he said he was going to represent himself. My soul standing up there like he a lawyer. Standing up there with this paper in his hand. Here you go. Standing straight up in the air with the paper in his hand. And the 2 real lawyers was sitting down because he represented himself. He looking over there at the real lawyer saying, asking them, of course. And then Mr. Tatum said, I don't represent you. That's what he hollered at. The white man said, I don't represent you. Oh, yeah. Then he said something about, that's my property. I want my property back. And then the judge said, no, Mr. Smith got all the paperwork to that property where you been in over 10 years. That's what the judge said. Over 10 years. He told me, well, I got paperwork here, Judge. Judge, I got paperwork out here to show that that's my property. Then she said, he asked her something. She said, no, I can't give you no legal advice. You said that your brother was gonna come in here and represent you. Don't ask me. She got so emotional with him. She got so tired of my soul, because my soul tried to come in there with that rhetoric like he's so intelligent. Like, y'all don't know who I am. Y'all remember when Hotel said, you don't know who I am? Keep in mind, that's the attitude he had when he walked in there in that courtroom. They didn't know who this man was. This man got a social personality disorder. I'm like, he got some kind of disorder or something to come in here like he entitled to take this man land back. This man told the judge, said, Judge, I just spent all this money. And I got the title, I got the deed, I got everything. And this man keep harassing me. He wanted this man to get off that property after that man and put all that, hey, Jonita, about that man that spent all that money. The man, he got it legally, y'all. So now, having the mind, the psychological mind that he got, his personality disorder, where he feel like he entitled just to go in there, take the land, take the property back. And you know he making money every month, and those tenants gonna stay in there while the same tenant he done had over 10 years gonna stay. My soul gonna just walk in there, think the judge is gonna grant him this order, y'all. But his attitude kind of fell down when the judge kept telling him, look, I done told you that I can't give you no advice. Then he kept on with the other lawyers. The other lawyers were saying, don't look at me. Don't look at me. You said you didn't want no lawyer. We can't give you no advice. Okay, let me let y'all see something. Yeah, I didn't forget, y'all. I didn't forget how he said how a pregnant woman should be slapped. I did not forget that. This is what I got up here. Yeah. Oh yeah, let me get this in here, y'all. House rules. Okay, we're gonna house rules. I'm gonna try to speed up. Okay, this is 2221 Tanglewood. This is the house that's on that deposition, you guys. This is how this man have restored all of these houses out here. Mr. Smith, he have restored all these houses out here that this man give back to the community. Look at this one. All these houses was dilapidated, right? And they all of them was dilapidated. He comes in and he really cleans up the community and charge the people a little or nothing to live in these neighborhoods. This is called Meadow Hills. It's in the deposition where they asked him had he ever been sued. He talking about, yeah, because this is called Madeiras Road right here. Let's see if I can get Madeiras Road. It's right off of Madeiras Road. And did I get the Tanglewood address? I gotta make sure that I gotta go back and make sure y'all see that I'm on Tanglewood. I don't know. All right, let me go back so y'all will see. It's 2221 Tanglewood. I'm gonna turn around and go back. Just hold on. Mr. Smith I said, do you want to talk? He said, no. He said he's a government worker, so I kept the camera on the floor. He gave me a brief statement. So this is Mr. Smith. He is the rightful owner of the property. He is a businessman now. He's a businessman. My soul is not no businessman. He don't even have competition with this man. My soul was telling the judge, yeah, I got several properties. Talking to the judge didn't want to hear that. Okay, let me start it from the beginning. Well, as you can see, he didn't want to be on camera. Wait a minute. I just started from the beginning. I want y'all to hear what he said. Let's see. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and the house. This seems like strange. They would try to claim it after you. He ain't had possession of the house in 10 years. 10 years, well, yeah. So I'm not worried about it. He's limited to 2 sales. Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations, and I know you're gonna get the house. All right. Well, as you can see, he didn't want to be on camera. He said he worked for the government. That was Mr. Smith. He was in there in the courtroom. Mr. Smith, obviously, is some property dispute in Northwest area, Meadow Hill, where my son lost the house where he was paying taxes on in Meadow Hill. The house was dilapidated, and he fixed it up. And actually, that gentleman said he bought the house from 2 other
owners had the house before he did. He bought the house, he fixed it. So my son was about an hour late. They were getting ready to wrap up the courtroom issue. Again, this is over some property, you guys. Property dispute where they lost the house because they said that Marceau had not paid taxes in 3 years on the house since 2014. I don't know if he's coming down the stairs or what. But see, Donna Jackson says it seems.
We'll get into employment in a little bit, but have you ever been involved in a lawsuit before this one, either personally or in any of your companies? Yes, I believe. Okay, tell me was it a personal lawsuit or was it something that your companies were involved in? Personal. Okay, what was the lawsuit about? I can't say. Were you a plaintiff in the case where you were suing somebody or did you get sued? I was a defendant. Like Titanic was in the courtroom, y'all, with the litigation. Okay, was that associated with the shopping center over on Oakwood Boulevard? No. Okay, where was the property located? And it says it's public record 2221 Tanglewood Circle, right, the house. Right, they already know about every lawsuit. They just trying to get you to answer questions they already know the answer to. Right. All right, so other than the title dispute, have you had any other lawsuits where you've been named personally, where you've been sued? I can't recall. And other than this lawsuit, have you ever been a plaintiff in a lawsuit? No. Either you or any company that you've had.
And so that's it, you guys. It's 221 Tanglewood, Huntsville, Alabama, 35810. That is the house. Okay, you guys, I decided to show y'all. This is called Meadow Hill. This is that area where Marceau did in the disposition. He said that, he had went to jail or something, or got sued because he had to clear his name off of a title or something. This is Tanglewood right here. Now, it's Tanglewood. Tanglewood. Let's show you what Tanglewood. I got it. Tanglewood. This is the house, one of these houses where Marceau is trying to get the house back from this man, Mr. Smith. Yeah. Let's see. I believe it's this one. Yeah, look how nice this man got this area. Marceau ought to be ashamed of himself. But anyway, this is what I'm showing you guys. Anything that's on that disposition, I'm going to debunk. Now, Mr. Smith got all these houses on here. He have cleared up. Look at here. He's cleared these houses up. Yeah.